one personal question. Why is placement committee so hyped?
And to be honestly saying, everyone over here, be it like anyone will say that I'm here for knowledge or something, but at the back of the mind, everyone knows they
Placement.
want to get placed.
Can you brief me about your placement process, like placement committee process? Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast of the day. I'm your host, Himanshi Singh, and this is your podcast for Skilled Sapiens, our organization which truly believes in learning and evolving by each day. And today we have our guest, Mr. Anshuman Nayak, who is a part of DRDO and right now is a great science enthusiast working in Edwick Consulting and works for the part of strategy things. And sir, we would like to allow you to please speak about yourself and a few words that how you feeling right now, having a career in strategy and being a science enthusiast working in a management college. How does it feels?
So, first of all, I'll start with hi everyone, I'm Anshuman. I'm presently doing my MBA in International Business from Marketing Domain in SIIB. And I have in all 36 plus months of work experience, starting from I have been a part of DRDO in the exterior and terminal ballistics domain of the military weapons and in battle tanks. And post that, I've got an opportunity to work for the major aerospace clients like Boeing Aerospace and the aerospace clients which were under the umbrella of Boeing. Those were Aurora Flight Sciences and Gypsum. And after that, like having a complete stint of like engineering and into completely science, I thought of like this is the right moment I should get into the MBA domain so as to learn the management things of the corporate world, so as to climb the corporate ladder ahead. So I that was the reason I got into like doing my MBA ahead. And right now I'm doing my internship as a corporate strategy intern in Advik High Tech, and basically looking after the Chinese and the Japanese clients and the market expansion in those areas.
That's really impressive, sir. In one person and in one CV, if we look up to these things, we are like truly impressed just by looking at a glance at your CV would be something very like extraordinary. And the words which you have in your like jinx of experience, which is DRDO, and your scientific background in management college, as well as making it to such a good company, feels like amazing and must have taken a lot of patience, a lot of hard work, rigor, effect. And I would like to ask you to throw some light on some efforts which you have put into to make it to this college which you are right now.
So basically, I was very good with like quants and LR specifically. So I have appeared for multiple management examinations, not just SNAP. And SNAP, I had 98 percentile, and along with that, I have given
That's
CAT
great.
as well. In CAT, actually, I haven't done great in my VRC section. That was only 61.54, but my overall CAT percentile was 99.23. So, being a GEM candidate, it was not possible for me to get into the good colleges, like more of the IIMs and all. So, I had some of the best colleges in my hand and via Snap. So that was the way like I got into like Snap. To be honestly saying, I've I have done most of the like mock tests and I've prepared by mock test only, not any specific coaching as in the engineering students, as you already know that engineering students are very good with their quants and
Yes,
logical reasoning. So
yes.
that was something which has helped me in the
They
longer
always
term.
have that upper hand in that
Yeah.
DILR and quant section. I agree. I'm a commerce student and I truly believe that. Okay,
And
so
we do
coming to the
equally
point.
bad in the VRC sections.
Yes, and we have the upper hand in that VA session. So, coming
Yeah.
to the point that you mentioned that you have that feeling of a technical knowledge along with the management knowledge would take you to the top of the corporate world. I somewhere read that you mentioned that technical and corporate together would take you to the top level of corporate. So throw some light on this thought of yours, that what do you think that how should people implement these things in their corporate experience as well as lives?
Uh, as I have already mentioned that about the technical knowledge, see, right now it is not necessary for a candidate to be an engineer, as the entire IT knowledge is completely free on YouTube and various other domains of educational websites. So many educational websites are there. You can learn your data science, you can learn data analyst. There are various roles in all the
Agreed.
companies, starting from like be it Accenture or be it like you can get into if you are into marketing domain, you can look for Kantar and so many companies are there where you can get in as a data analyst role or a data scientist role. So for along with your management skill, if you are learning various technical knowledges, which includes like learning some IT
Yes.
languages, be it
Yes.
Python or R, SQL, then this will be definitely an add-on to your management knowledge and definitely will help you like to get ahead in the corporate sector.
Yes. So we also learned about you that you were a part of placement committee. You are a part of the placement committee in the
Yeah.
corporate relations, and that would be even, in fact, more like throwing some light on your corporate networking. That is the best thing which you get when you are into a placement committee, right? So, what could you please brief us about yourself and the club and committee you were a part of it? Like only the placement committee, and if in CR, why you choose CR, to be very specific, or you were
Uh, I am only a part of corporate relations and placement team.
okay.
Basically, this is a kind of committee where you get a front end role while interacting with a lot of companies and
Yes,
also like taking up the responsibility at along with your like management curriculum for placing the entire batch. So here
yes,
basically the thing which has made me get into the placement committee like out of 250 students was basically the major strength which I was having among all was the network which I was having among the other students. So along with that, your like what sort of network you have, how like what is your ability to bring new things to the campus. See, basically, placement committee is not just like where you will just take up the data which is already coming to the
yes,
campus and you
yes,
are like placing the students from the similar set of companies. You should
yes,
be your worth will be appreciated only when you will be able to bring new things which have never been to the campus.
yes, exactly.
So this thing I was able to like my seniors who were like selecting who were taking a lot of rounds and also our director ma'am, so they have put a lot of faith in me that I could be a guy who can bring new things to the campus. So
Yeah,
eventually if you are listening ma'am and seniors, like I think I have done a good amount of
fair
job.
job.
So
Yeah. So,
yeah.
what are your roles and responsibilities like as a corporate relation in the club, in the committee overall? What are the things that you are accountable for?
I am basically accountable for bringing like for the guest lectures thing and for the summer internships of the students.
So, you're also
Basically
part of
from
like
like all the
learning and development, also, right? You're also part of
yeah,
learning and development. Okay.
yeah. And
Mm.
along with that, I'm also responsible for the final placements. Like right now, along with our
Yeah.
like along with my internship, I'm also like looking after the final placements of the final year students who like right now we are like almost done with our like batch
Like
of the final year
a
students.
lot of weight on your shoulders right now.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so I would like to ask you about what kind of activities or event like you introduce or promote in your clubs, basically to engage the students more often, like some L&D or something like that.
We basically encourage students to participate in the case study competitions. We
Yeah.
do have some clubs like Market Diction Club for marketing students, where in a week once we have every in our session in every week, which is mandatory for the entire marketing students to attend, where we have regular marketing like activities, be it like case forms or like some fun activities, so as to like bring on like a good set of knowledge of the marketing trends which are happening right now in the industry and to enable students to know much more about the various companies and their like advertising campaigning things, so that students are well aware about the industry trends which are happening right now in the companies, in various companies.
Because so
So
these are
these all
the
activities we are like doing.
Yeah. So these are the things that you're doing for the students, right? And these are for their development. So, being a part of the placement committee, as we know, there are a lot of myths, a lot of good facts, also good and bad for every accountability you get. But what are the benefits which are there for the person's holistic development as a whole in when he or she is working in a placement committee? What perks they get in their personality?
First of all, the thing which I would like to address about the placement committee is, so there are both pros and cons. So first of all, this is a kind of job which is a very selfless job where you will be appreciated, at the same time you will be also looked down upon. Be like not at the campus, but definitely some students will not be liking you, and like some students will be thinking, definitely thinking that you have not done a fair amount of
Yes.
job, and some students will be saying like there are two sides of the coin to get
Yeah.
into this. But
Yeah.
what I would like to say is this will happen like anywhere you will be there, be it in the corporate world or be it not in the placement committee, or be it in the placement committee. This is going to happen. There will be some section of the students or like people who will be liking, and some section who won't be. The only thing which you can focus on your own holistic development, and also taking the college name ahead by improving the placement records of the college. So this will definitely bring a lot of confidence in you, because when you will be like handling lot of people, lot of higher authorities from various companies, you will be able to learn a lot of things from them. Also, in addition to this, you will be able to lead your like college students when it comes to
Yes.
like addressing them. You will be like looking a lot of resumes, and this will definitely add a lot of value to you as well. When it comes to your own resume, you'll be able to know like what are the industry trends before the entire college knows, so that you can let them know as well.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can take the load of you can take the role of a leader, rather than like oppressing students. You can empower students, which will definitely help you when you will be getting out of the campus.
Yes.
So what I feel as a placecom is not oppressing, rather than empowering the students.
Yeah. And what do you think that some of the changes in your personality specifically, one or two, which you would rather say that this was something in me which changed after I became a member of the Placecom, or it didn't really affected you much because you were already so much engaged in all those activities out there?
uh, to be honestly saying, I was bit not that much responsible when I was not in placement committee. But
Hmm.
the moment I got into placement committee, I started becoming more responsible, because there is a lot of load in your shoulders when you look at 500 students, including your
Yes.
seniors, and you have to place them, because there are a lot of students who are coming to the colleges paying a hefty amount by taking a lot of loans. So some students are there like who have to pay their loans when they are graduating. So if you're not delivering your job with full authenticity, then definitely that will be hampering not just you like ethically, but also it will be hampering those students as well. So this is something I really think of, like when I'm there in placement committee. So it brings a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. So being a bit fun of a guy, I started becoming a bit of like introvert kind of guy.
Serious. Okay. Because yeah, with responsibility, I believe comes a lot of hard work, a lot of patience, a lot of seriousness in your life, I believe. Even I was a part of student life committee in my college, and I always have been a part of some of the other committees in my college's day. So at that time also, I was not someone who
Yes.
was very responsible initially, but yeah, with time, with responsibility, when when you're accountable for a lot of people, right? So you at that time you feel like no, now it's not just about me; it's about the whole college. It's about each and every person who has taken loan and everything. So yeah, with you, we learned that yes, with responsibility comes a lot of learnings, a lot of like sacrifices and everything. So yeah, and coming to the most interesting part of placement committee, one personal question. Why is placement committee so hyped? Why? What is the hype all
It is
about?
actually, I also don't know the same thing because to be honestly saying, is just a committee. It's just a committee like any other committee.
Yeah,
Here, placement committee is being hyped because people pay a lot of amount to get into this kind of colleges. And to be honestly saying, everyone over here, be it like anyone will say that I'm here for knowledge or something, but at the back of the mind, everyone knows they
placement.
want to get placed. So this is something, for that reason people are like having a conception that placement committee, they are very rude or something. But honestly saying, the everyone who is watching, at least from my college, I would really appreciate if you come to me and would ask me some questions which you have like related to like what you should have in your CV so as to get shortlisted easily. I would
Yeah.
definitely help every one of you. So there is nothing to be like making this kind of things like hyped or all, because everyone is here for 2 years, and after 2 years nothing as such placement committee or admission committee or PR committee is going to work. It is everything what network you have built it for for the 2 years by staying in the campus, and also like outside of the campus, that will be helping you in the longer run.
Yeah, I truly agree because at the end of the day, and even I have friends in placement committee. I have like all the committees. We are together. We're sitting together, chilling together, and everything. There's nothing like they're rude or something. But yeah, because they're accountable for a lot of networking and sending cold mails and messages throughout the day, connecting people throughout the industry, and then pitching them for the placements to get into their colleges and a lot of things, internships. So yeah, there's a lot of load on their shoulders, and guys, please bear them. Don't think bad things about them because
Yeah,
they're
people
working really hard.
people do
Yeah,
say that why the placement committee never reveal like what kind of companies are going to come to the campus and all. So I'd like to address on behalf of the placement committee via this
yeah,
podcast. The reason being, like like for example, there are 100 students in a batch.
hmm,
So if one company is coming and we are addressing the batch before like 10 days or 12 days of time, so the 100 people, at least every one of them would be having one friend outside of the campus.
yeah,
So they will be letting their friends know, knowing that one this so and so company is coming to the campus. So
yes,
out of 100, at least if we'll take a 10% of the bracket, so 10 students will be there of their friend circle, will be doing MBA in other colleges. So
yeah,
from there, there is a risk of like company fishing.
yeah,
So some other college can fish, which can hamper your chance of getting into a company.
exactly.
That is one of a major reason why the Placecom never reveals which company is going to the campus, so as to maintain the secrecy, and so as for the benefit of the batch. This is not something which a lot of students
Which
think
you
that
should
this
actually
is
do
taking a
because,
undue
yeah,
advantage.
exactly. Exactly, because ultimately, if you are not working towards that direction, that keeping the things private until and unless you all get the final placement for from that company is not good. Because if you post a single post about your internship that you got placed here, and if a person from some other placement committee is asking you which company is it, and you just gave a jinx, yeah, this is the company I got an internship from. Next moment might be that the same placement committee would hire the same company for an internship, and the chances of your people, your college people, would reduce, right? If I'm not wrong.
Would reduce. And in addition to
Yeah,
that, you just think like, in case if we are promising that so and so company is going to come, and all of a sudden that company is not coming, so
yeah,
all of a sudden there will be a lot of hustle in the campus, and students will be saying this company was about to come. A lot of students would be like giving so much energy for that company which was about to come, and it is not coming. So this will also break a lot of confidence of the students who are very much serious
yes,
for that company. So
yes,
there are a lot of reasons. See, if we are bringing a company, for example, to a campus, and we are asking that company, okay, you come, and we are giving, for example, like we are giving around like 20 LPA or something.
yeah,
The company is like having a
yeah,
deal with us. All of
mm,
a sudden, some other college is knowing about this, that okay, this company is giving 20 lakhs package. So let's call this company and we'll offer them 18 lakhs package, and we'll be offering the similar set of candidates. So the company which was about to come for the batch, that is gone.
Yeah, it's gone because
So this will be
ultimately,
hampering
yeah.
the students of your batch.
Exactly, exactly. I got it. So, as you told me that there's a lot of company with, yeah, which happened in my college as well. Like somewhere in between, they feel like they are not coming to the college and they just quit in between. Like a few
Yeah.
people applied for their particular roles in some company, and yes, it actually happens that there's no such reason addressed by the company. But end of the day, what happens is that they just say that we don't want any candidate, and they just leave. So at that
Yeah.
point, did you faced any such questions from your batchmates, the problems you faced personally, like addressing their questions, what, why not they hiring from your this college and everything? Did you face any such questions? And if you did, then how did you handle them?
I would like to address one more thing. Like people do compare a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
so and so things are going to this college. So and so companies are coming to our college, and this and the same set of companies are also not going to colleges which are like a tier ahead than us. So there are
Yes.
tiering issues which companies do have, and with that, what happens? Every company has some like tiering preferences. So they
Yeah.
will go like which falls in their bracket and their pay zone. If
Mm.
there are some companies which are not able to pay good and will not be like welcoming that companies to our campus, which will be like at par our median packages or like mean packages, then only we'll be able to welcome those set of companies. And
Mm.
the companies which are paying like half of that amount or very less than that amount will not be welcoming those set of companies. And it is not necessarily the same set of company might be going to some other college and paying well, and the same set of company might be paying less to your college. So
Yeah.
this is something which every like from company to company differs, which is not in your hand. And coming to the batch, sometimes batch get there is like lot of confusion and the batch gets too much stressed when they look at various LinkedIn profiles of various students who are getting placed during that particularly
Yes.
during the time of internship. To be honestly saying, internship is only something which is just a learning part of your like MBA curriculum. This
I
is no
agree. I
way
agree.
like going to like you would be having an upper edge or lower edge when it comes to final placement. It is something which what you are learning over there.
But I
If you're
believe
learning
that,
something
yeah,
related to sales,
exactly. Exactly.
if you're learning something sales, be very good at it. Learn every like from A to
Yes.
Z of sales so that some companies coming which is having a very good B2B role when it is coming for marketing, you will be definitely having an upper edge of a student who would have done in a much bigger company internship but have not done something like good work over there. And so this is something students should be focusing on their roles rather than the brand names or something, because that will be helping you in your final placements. Because
Yes.
see, when after our engineering, I'll just give an example of students who are engineers. So when students pass out from engineering college, so they get placed in various company. So some are placed in startups or something, etc companies at a very low packages. Some are placed in very good
Yeah.
packages, so I'm considering the low packages one in the startups. So when they are applying to big companies after that, in their resume, the shortlisting criteria is not the brand name they have worked. It is the quality of work. Whenever like a company comes, visits your campus, it is not asking so and so person has worked in so and so company. I need this kind of students. They share the job description.
Yes.
They need a
Yes.
candidate who has that set of skills.
Yeah.
That is
And
the skills
nowadays,
which will be
because
taking you to
yeah,
the final placements.
exactly. And nowadays, when there's bot and everything, you have to like focus on the skills because ultimately, if it's bot based, the CV shortlisting, you'll definitely get selected if you have certain skills, right? And now coming to the
True.
last question of the session and the most important one, can you brief me about your placement process, like placement committee process, in a few words? Like we have last
Okay.
few minutes left. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll brief the entire 12 rounds of our like stressful rounds of our placement rounds. I'll
Yeah.
brief in short. So starting with that, initially we'll be having a resume shortlisting round. We had like this year what we are planning, it is still in the process, but I'll share the process which we had during our
Okay.
selection. So first of all, you will be like going through a resume shortlisting process where the entire batch is asked to fill, because we need to see like which all candidates can be a good fit for this kind of role. From there, after selecting candidates via their resume, we shortlist by testing their Excel skills, Along with that, we test their like speaking skills. We conduct GD rounds. We conduct personal interview rounds. We do conduct like a special technical knowledge round, and we also conduct one corporate presentation rounds as well, so as
Yeah.
to see, because the placement committee also goes to various companies to have a corporate PPT, so as
Yeah.
to showcase the good side of your college, and so as to like encourage them so that they can so that they can collaborate with you for various campus engagement activities.
Yeah.
So we also look at those skills, what kind of skills the candidate is having. And also the foremost thing, we also look at the networking skills of the candidate, like what all set of like contacts or what all set of things he can mine and he can bring on to the campus, the brand names, the names, the contacts which he is having. So we just look at those things as well. Along with that, the final call is been taken by the overall personality of the student, by our director ma'am. So that is the final call. That is the last round we have after like going through various shortlisting rounds. So in the 12th round, you will be like, you will be
Done.
able to know whether you are selected or not. So this
Yeah.
was something like about our placement process.
Yes, and I have like I was the first member of my committee. Like I was the CR. The first I was shortlisted
Wow,
as a
that's
class
a very tough
representative.
job, to be honestly saying. To be honestly saying, you are a lot of students are
Uh,
definitely having, you are having a responsibility of so many
the whole
people's
batch.
attendance, and along with that, the class notes. Everyone is
No,
relying on
no,
you for
not
that.
just class note, but in our college it was attendance plus grades. So even for grades, we are
Oh,
like for one attendance drop, there was one grade drop. So
okay. So you
it's
are
not
you are one more
just
filter when before that person goes to the placecom. You are a filter before that. So they
yes.
have to maintain a good relation with you as well.
Yes. So yeah, for our juniors now it will be like they have to first run like go through the elections for the CR, and then when they'll be shortlisted as a CR, they are sorted now. And if they're not, then they have to be there in the placement committee because it's like compulsory for all the students to appear in the placement committee, right? Yeah. So a lot of
True,
common
it is
experiences we.
same here as well. Like every student is uh
Mm.
like is bound to like apply for the placement committee.
Yes.
So this is I think this is same thing like in all the colleges.
Yes. Yes.
Here
All
also,
in all,
in addition
yeah.
to this, we also get an idea like how what kind of batch is going to come.
Yeah.
So this also gives us an idea, and this also gives us an idea like how much amount of work
The
more
seniors
we need to
can,
put in
yeah,
or less we need to put
exactly,
in.
exactly. The seniors can anticipate the whole batch with that placement committee
Yeah.
interview. Yeah. With
And
that
also, this is
session,
a
yeah,
good thing, like a network building as well. The juniors will be like appearing a lot of rounds. They will be having an opportunity, not just in the placement committee, for the various committees they'll be applying to. So this will give them an opportunity to bond with a lot of seniors, because the seniors
yeah,
will be there here for around like 4 or 5 months hardly. When you will like subtract the live projects time, they'll be like giving, or be it for the exams, and once they are placed they'll be having some vacations as well. So they are hardly here for like 5 or 6 months of time. So in 5 or 6 months before like ending of their like MBA, all the students who will be coming, who will be like joining the MBA, they will be having an opportunity to bond with the seniors.
yes. So with that, we now know that what the placement committee is all about, what the committees are all about, and we'd like to thank Anshuman for being here, the guest of the day, and for the from the whole
Thank you so
podcast
much.
team and the Skill Sapiens team. Thank you a lot, sir, for being here, being on board with us, and thank you guys. Do subscribe to our channel, like, share, and subscribe.